know Doctor Who? And if you don't, then you can go.
Right, hello guys, watching drWho, and today we're reviewing this thing. What is it? The Scream of Shalka. Yes, it is very interesting. It's a classical, cartoony thing that we're going to review today. So yeah, let's get on to it. Let's review it and let me know your comments and your opinions on the Scream of Shalka down below in the comment section. We can talk about it. Let's get on to it. So basically it's a Doctor Who cartoon, Scream of Shalka, and it's set in England, 2003. Yeah, so we have basically the Doctor arriving in a pub and learning that things are not as it seems to be. People in the pub know stuff, places are quiet, the Doctor meets a tramp, I'm gonna say. Homeless person is a nicer word, we'll go with that. A homeless person. And she's basically talking to the Doctor, asking for money, and the Doctor's trying to find out information, and then she dies. She gets taken. People get taken. There's a meteor that crash lands and an alien arrives, and that's the Shalka. And they have the horrendous screaming and going, ah! And it's like all the way, and it's just really irritating to the point where it happens all the way throughout the episode, and it's horrendous. Yeah. Basically, they don't want sound. People that make the most sound, they will come for you and they will sort you out. This is what the aliens live underground for. The aliens and they make sound themselves to control things and waves and stuff like that. And they have like a black hole sort of thing. Which the black hole actually looks like the title sequence, and I love the title sequence. It's quite funky. It's quite interesting. It's all like and it's all funky. It's awesome. I really like it. It's probably the best thing of the episode is the title sequence. Yeah. The Doctor himself, what's his name? Richard E. Grant. Yes, Richard E. Grant. What? Well, he wasn't in Doctor Who, was he? No, I'm thinking of someone else, aren't I? Either way, he's been in the other Doctor as well. He was in the Red Nose Day special thing they did with a Mickey take on Doctor Who. But either way, Richard E. Grant was a pretty good Doctor at the start. The Doctor, he's trying to be a bit like what Matt Smith was with the Snowman episode. He's trying to not save the day as much. He's got the Master in the TARDIS, and the Master's a robot. So the Master's mixed between a robot, and the Master is trying to be good, like Missy's series arc from series 10, which is interesting, but the Master's also being controlled, and yeah. I can see this was definitely a beginner. This was like, oh, look at this. This is a pilot. We're going to do another series of this, and we're going to explain why the Master's working with the Doctor. We're going to explain why the Doctor's been exiled and stuff like that. We're going to explain all that. And obviously it never got explained. At least I don't think when watching this. So, yeah. The Shalka villains were alright. They weren't the best. They were just basically wanting to take over the planet as per usual. The Alison and her boyfriend were in the mix, and her boyfriend was another Doctor, giving the Doctor rivalry. And Alison wants to dump, at least. She doesn't dump him yet, but she wants to get rid of him because they don't have the same dynamic. One wants to live somewhere else, one wants to live the other, and it's just a bit of a clash heads, loggerheads, bouncing against each other. And the Doctor basically takes Alison and saves the day, really. Alison gets a little thing in her head, a little mini Shalka, as the villains have put them in. Don't understand why they did that. They probably did explain it, but I was so bored of this episode. This episode's so boring. It's dragging out, and it's like, God, it's so boring. The first couple of episodes, though, it's a six-parter, and the first 2 episodes, I was like, alright, this is an 8 out of 10. It's a good episode, yeah. Then it dragged out, and it went down to a 7. Then it went down to a 6. And then when the episode finished, I was like, right, it's a 6. Actually, I've liked a lot more 6 episodes than this. It's a 5 out of 10, so it went from an 8 to a 5 by the end. So yeah, it's 5 out of 10 from me. I did write absolutely loads down, and I can't be bothered to say it. It's just, why should I if I found it so boring? I'm just going to say I found Screamer Shalka to be quite boring. The animation for its time, I guess, was alright. Obviously, we've had better animations, but that's not the problem. The problem isn't the animation. Paul Cornell, I think, wrote this story. I love him. He's doing Titan Comics. Interesting enough, I didn't love the story itself. The soldiers, the unit soldiers. Were they unit soldiers? I think they were just normal soldiers. And Alison didn't care about, or her boyfriend. The villains were... The Doctor was really good at the start, and then he kind of went a bit off. We have the Master trying to be good, which they needed to explain, but they will probably leaving it at a later date, and it's just a bit... So yeah, that's my opinions, that's my thoughts really. This episode's an out of 10. It's a 5 out of 10, it's an average one. It's not bad, like, it's not horrendous or bad, but it's just... I expected more. I don't know why. I mean, none of the animation stories have been outstanding, but I expected more. But yeah, this is the alternate Ninth Doctor as well. This was meant to be the Ninth Doctor until they rebooted it with Christopher Eccleston. So this is the alternative Doctor, you could say, with a weird controlled master, weird villains. The TARDIS design looks alright. Bit dark, you know, could be lighten up a bit more. Alison's an alright person, I guess. The Master's half robot and his face comes off and you're like, what? I was going to say... is it the Master? It looks like the Master from a classic era, but is it? And then when the Doctor spoke to the Master, obviously it was the Master, and I was like, oh, right, good, I got that right. But yeah, this story is an out of 10. Didn't enjoy it. It's average. It's boring. It drags. But maybe you liked it. Let me know in the comments, or maybe you agree with me, or maybe you haven't seen it yet, and you were like, oh, maybe I should check this out. My recommendation is, see it for yourself, check it out, why not? I mean, I had it on DVD years ago, I've only just got round to watching it now. So, you know, there we go. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys for another video very soon on the channel. Bit more positive, hopefully, next time. But yeah, have a nice day. And remember to subscribe, because we're trying to get to a certain goal on the channel. And it'd be amazing if we could try and get to 500 subscribers before the end of the year. Yeah. Have a nice day.